President for the American Party. Today I'll be discussing our first national issue, which is renewable energy and its position in the growing American economy. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers has been quoted saying, "The days of inexpensive, convenient, abundant energy sources are quickly drawing to a close. We must act now to develop the technology and infrastructure necessary to transition to other energy sources. Policy changes, leap-ahead technology breakthroughs, cultural changes, and significant investments in requisite for the new energy future. Time is essential to these changes. The process should begin now." Similarly, President Obama has been quoted saying that to truly transform our economy, protect our security, and save our planet from the ravages of climate change, we need to ultimately make clean, renewable energy the profitable kind of energy. Today, I'll be focusing on three main sources of renewable energy that I think that the American economy should further support of. Those being nuclear energy, hydroelectric energy, and wind power. As of right now, there are 104 nuclear reactors in the United States, stationed in 31 countries. In 2009, 20% of the total electricity produced in the United States was produced by these 104 nuclear reactors. Energy is measured in power, which is a kilowatt hour, and nuclear power is cost 2 cents for 1 kilowatt hour, where oil is a whopping 18 cents. Oil is 9 times more expensive to produce per kilowatt hour than nuclear energy. And although nuclear power plants are expensive to set up, they are relatively cheap to run once construction is complete. The expansion of this resource will lead to less dependence on foreign oil. So therefore, I believe that, and the American Party believes, that increased support of our nuclear programs as far as energy, not nuclear warheads or anything like that. Nuclear power as a source of energy should continue to be funded and supported by laws, legislation, and funds. The second is hydroelectric energy. Hydroelectric energy uses potential and kinetic energy, which is stored in water at all times. There are many advantages to using hydroelectric power. One of those being that there's no fuel required. There's no coal, there is no fossil fuels, there's nothing to burn. Therefore, it also has no air pollutants. Also, the cost of electricity produced by water can remain constant. Because nothing needs to be imported, exported, or traded, the cost of electricity produced by these dams and by other hydroelectric sources can maintain a constant rate, and therefore the people of America can feel secure in the prices they pay for their electricity supplied through these hydroelectric dams. Another great thing about the water is that it can be used and stored to supply power during peak energy needs. One of those being in the evening. It's very easy to turn on and turn off hydroelectric dams so that energy is not being wasted running those things during the day, where when energy needs to be made in the evening, such dams can be turned on very easily as opposed to thermal and other fossil fuel burning exercises. The third is wind power. Wind power is a rapidly rising source in the United States, but still, last year, wind energy accounted for only 1/100,000% of the necessary total energy output for the entire world. It only supplied 200 megawatts of the 20 million megawatts needed. Also, the best place to put these is on a coast. America, with its extensive coastline, it would make it relatively easy to place wind turbines and other things along the coast, therefore producing our electrical output, reducing our need for foreign oils and such. So, the American Party believes that research on renewable energy is vital not only for the environment, but for the economy, foreign relations, and international security. We support the Chevron quote saying, "The corporations, government, and every city of this planet must be a part of the solution, as they are surely part of the problem." And so, we ask you to join us.
For power plants, how do you propose to protect plants from meltdowns from uncontrollable situations like natural disasters?
One of the things that is necessary in nuclear energy is the potential for disasters such as those. You can reduce those risks by placing nuclear power plants at strategic points, such as not over fault lines or places that are prone to natural disasters. And also part of the funding that is necessary will be on continued research as to how to make nuclear power plants more safe, not only for the people working there, but for everyone else who lives around those nuclear power plants.
As you said, to set up these nuclear plants, they are very expensive to set up. So where do you suppose that you are going to get the money to set them up? Like what funds from what groups? Like where do you suppose?
Obviously, budget cuts will have to be made in other areas. That's something that needs to be discussed with the Congress and other groups, as the executive office does not have the power of the purse. So therefore, funding for those types of things would need to be approved by the Congress. But we believe that our support of such issues will increase congressional support for those as well.
Thank you.